Hi, this is Marshall from Scree Custom Keyboards. Along with making custom dactyl keyboards, I do key swaps. And when I get interesting keyboards or interesting switches, or combinations of the both, I like to do sound tests. Because while a lot of people are worried about the feel of their keyboards, they're also worried about the sound. As a result, I got access to a very unique keyboard that I'd like to show off. So I'm working on an Hatsu. Um, Hold on, we'll shift that way there. I wonder why it doesn't say. Um, the Hatsu comes with TTC, frozen silent switches, and we're going to go over what I'm recording with. So I have a F-Deuce microphone. It's right over here. Right here. So I'm going to give you a sound level test. I do have gain turned on. I find that this microphone is incredibly quiet. I have a gain of 155% right now. So I'm using, for a standard sound, is a G502 Lightspeed. Most people have at least interacted with a Logitech. I think the switches are all the same in most of their gaming series, so you can have a general idea on sound. So this is right at the microphone. This is over top of the right side of the keyboard, and then this is over the left side. Okay, and then for perspective, here is the sound of a frozen silent switch, key switch V2, right next to the microphone. They're quiet till you bottom them out, and then the keyboard is swapping to silent bluish white tactile switches from TTC. These are fantastic in my opinion. Very similar to the Haimu tactile or whisper tactile switches. They're a little less tactile, but I actually think that's a good thing. So here's those. And it barely registers on the microphone. So let's see. Let's swap scenes. Here, we'll go large. Okay, and then we will show you what we're looking at. So on this side, this is the original keys, or switches. So these are the frozen, fully transparent. And then over here, I have swapped out to use these, the bluish white switches. So and then we'll do a chording. As you can tell, the silent switches are incredibly quiet, or the bluish whites are incredibly quiet compared to the frozens. The frozens are listed as a silent switch, but considerably different. For comparison, the frozens say that they have an operating force of 39 plus or minus 10 GF, whereas the silent the silent bluish whites are 42 plus or minus 10. So they're very similar. They do list a tactile force of 58. I think that covers most of it. Nice, short, simple, and sweet. If you've got an interesting keyboard that you'd like switches swapped, I would love to work on them. And if it's a boring one, I'm happy to do those too. I do Kinesis boards probably 3 to 5 a month. I can get them done in like 1 to 7 days, depending on the queue and other work that I'm doing. But it doesn't just have to be those. If you've got a fancy $1,000 plus keyboard like these, I will give you a general overview if I can or can't. I have a lot of micro soldering equipment, so for the most part, I can deal with swapping switches. It's just a question of, can I open the case without causing problems? With this very nice CNC design from the Hatsu, it was very easy to get inside, very well manufactured. Kinesis has some notes that they could take. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful holiday. It's Christmas time, and I hope you all don't work too hard. If you need a key swap, feel free to reach out to me. You can find me on Discord or on my website at www.scree, which is SKREE.us. Bye.